Welcome to today's video where we are discussing a beginner's guide to LuxAlgo. We're currently looking at LuxAlgo's website, and I want to cover a few things before diving into the features and how we can use them, along with some examples of how we can customize them. It all comes down to what works best for you, but I want to set the stage so you'll have something to work off of if you are new to LuxAlgo, thinking about it, or curious about the potential value it could add to your trading or investing. First things first, if you're into technical analysis, you probably know what an indicator is. LuxAlgo takes that to the next level with custom indicators and scripts that allow you to view markets and price action in a unique way, tailored to your trading or investing strategies. The best part, in my opinion, is that it's fully customizable, so you don't have to worry about oversaturation. One of the biggest negatives people experience is that a strategy or style of trading becomes popular, everyone starts doing it, and suddenly it's no longer profitable. LuxAlgo does a great job of providing access to numerous indicators and offering full customization to suit your view of the markets. Hopefully, that makes sense. At the end of the day, we all reach a point where we realize there's more to trading and investing than copying someone or following just one indicator. It's about creating your own systematic approach and strategy, and using indicators can be a part of that, though it's not for everyone. Apparently, over 50,000 traders use LuxAlgo, making it one of the top names in the trading community for indicators. Now, let's dive deeper into what they offer. There are 3 different plans as of filming this video. I'll talk more about the details of these plans and then we'll go through them one by one. Stick around until the end, where we'll lay it all out, compare the plans, prices, and everything else. So, you can see that and have all that information in front of you. At the bottom of our screen, we see the first plan is the Essential, then there's the Premium, and then there's the Ultimate. Now, this is a beginner's video, so I'm not necessarily catering this video to someone who is super advanced and needs the top-tier, most detailed explanation of the Ultimate plan. That's also going to be the most expensive plan, and most people probably don't need to start there if they're watching this video. We can cover that in a future video, so leave a comment below if you want me to cover that in more depth. But we're going to start with the Essential plan. The Essential plan gets you the Price Action Concepts Toolkit, community access with price action alerts, user strategies and setups, 24/7 support, and active indicator updates. Before we dive into the charts on TradingView, if you're not aware, they have a very detailed library explaining a lot of things, and when you sign up for a plan, you'll have access to the Discord community with multiple different channels. But we're going to take a look at the Discord community later on in that video. There's a lot of education behind LuxAlgo, and they do a really good job of explaining things so you really know what you're getting into and how to use these different indicators and tools. I'm happy they do that because it's a pretty big component of a product like this. When you sign up, it's 30 days risk-free. You have 30 days to test it out. If you don't like it, you can just say, "Hey, I don't like it," and get your money back, which is nice from LuxAlgo's perspective. So, what you'll do once you sign up is log into TradingView. You'll need a TradingView account to utilize LuxAlgo. I've got Bitcoin pulled up here in the charts, and we'll use that as an example, but you can use any chart on TradingView. Once you add these indicators, you're good to go. The Essential plan is their entry-level option. This plan gets you into the Price Action Concepts Toolkit. On the left-hand side of TradingView, you'll see a section for Price Action Concepts. I'm going to turn that on with the little I symbol. The Essential plan does not include signals and overlays, as some features are only accessible with higher-tier plans. After signing up, you'll need to send in your TradingView username for approval. If it's not approved within a couple of hours, message them and they'll take care of it. To access the indicators, go to the Indicator section at the top of TradingView and select Invite Only Scripts. Here you'll find the Price Action Concepts script. Add it to your favorites for easy access. Once you click on it, it will appear on your screen. This is the bare-bones version of Price Action Concepts. Next, drop down the menu for Price Action Concepts and go to Settings. Here you can customize things. For instance, you can select specific intervals. I have the premium version of TradingView, which allows me to see second-based intervals, though I never use them. I prefer to have it on the 1-minute chart and up to 1 hour, all the way through monthly charts. This setup covers your time frames. Right now, we're looking at a daily chart, so each candlestick represents 1 day. That's just the time frame that we're using. Back to this gear icon in the top left, this is also default. If I click on this, I could save my own settings or reset back to default, so you always have that option to do that if you would like to. I would encourage you to save it as your own default once you figure out what you like. This way, you can always revert and reset the settings if you want to. We'll go back to inputs because inputs is where it's all about. This is huge. For the essential plan, there's already a lot here, and again, the importance of customizations is key. You can come in here and change so many different things, so one person's view of LuxAlgo could be completely different from yours based on what they've customized and the time frames they use. For example, we have market structure. On the right-hand side, there's a little eye icon. If you hover over that, it will give you more information about how you can customize it and what it means. For the internal market structure section, we have options like all and more underneath. So we can choose here between using all market structure labels, using only break of structure or only change of character labels, and also we have the option to choose only strong chach or only regular chach labels. The length is the look-back period used to detect points for the construction of internal market structures. If I don't want to look at all, I can pick whatever I want. I'm going to pick none for now, and now it cleans up the chart a bit. LuxAlgo has information on all of these indicators and how you can customize them and what all this stuff means. I'll talk about some of the things, but again, there's almost unlimited stuff you can do here. It really comes down to what you want to add to your trading. Below the swing section, for example, we can change time frames, e.g., we could use a higher time frame like the weekly as we're currently on a daily time frame. Next, we can color the candles based on market structure, or show strong and weak highs and lows, which I kind of like as it will show you where there are weak and strong highs and lows or where the algorithm is detecting that. For Bitcoin, it shows a weak high at 36% and a strong low at 64%. This means the area is a strong support for Bitcoin right now, whereas the weak high doesn't seem to be as strong of a resistance. Don't necessarily ask me how that's calculated. There's an algorithm behind that, and you can look deeper into LuxAlgo to find out more. Volumetric order blocks are very interesting, so let's get into that. You can change here how many of the most recent order blocks you want to get displayed. I personally use it on default set to 5, and I like using a look-back length of 10. And what I also like to do is, especially when trading lower time frames, I like to use a higher time frame. So for example, if I'm on a 5 minutes time frame, I like to use order blocks set to 15 minutes. If you want to go deeper into that, I have covered everything in detail about the price action concepts in another video, which I'll leave a link to in the description. Alright, let's uncheck the order blocks for now and let's move on. So if we go down further, we can see here options for liquidity concepts, trend lines, and patterns. Next, we can see here equal highs and equal lows and liquidity grabs. I'll click OK for now, and so here's what you can see now. We have some new stuff on the chart. You've got some trend lines drawn in just automatically. Now, some of these are very steep, some of these were respected, and some were not. Again, this is kind of the nature of trading. Not everything is going to work every single time. What's interesting to note is that this trend line, this downtrend break signal, showed a really nice move in Bitcoin. A lot of it comes down to personal preference. There's a bit of a subjective nature to it. You can have them do this for you. Or maybe there'll be some things you don't notice. Some that you do and you're like, I don't care for this one. Or, oh wow, I didn't realize that. And maybe this is the one you really liked and played the break to the upside and had a nice move. So it really comes down to what you're looking for and what you like at the end of the day. That's one example of using some price action or adding more price action concepts. Diving deeper, we've got patterns. We talked about trend lines, but let's disable them for now and let's take a look at patterns. So the patterns are very interesting. For example, here we can spot a descending broadening wedge. It gets detected automatically, and here in the dashboard at the top right corner, we get alerted about which type of pattern got detected. Next, we have equal highs and equal lows. I have set it to long term. I don't really use those too much. Then liquidity grabs are very tough to see. They're right here, this little blue box on that lower wick, this little red box on the upper wick, right here and here. You can change the colors, so that's an example of a liquidity grab on the chart. Next we have here imbalance concepts. Let's check that. There are various imbalance concepts available. The most popular are fair value gaps and inverse fair value gaps. I have shown trading strategies based on imbalance concepts in some of my previous videos, so if you're interested in that, make sure to check out those. So if you enable, for example, FVGs, it will display that type of imbalances on the chart. There we go. Now we have some imbalances popping up on the right-hand side of the candlesticks. These boxes show fair value gaps. A lot of green here, and if we zoom out further, we have a lot of red on the way down. It's helpful for spotting potential entry zones. Then you have options to change different mitigation methods, time frames, extend the box, volatility thresholds inside those imbalances, another way to customize. You might look at it completely differently from someone else. Next, if we scroll down further to the premium and discount zones, let's check out what that looks like. What it shows you right now, based off of recent price action on Bitcoin, is a premium up here, a discount down here, and right in the middle is equilibrium. That can change over time, but let's check it out in replay mode. You can see we're very extended up into the premium zone, indicating the market is hot. Obviously, we can break out and keep going, but you are not getting a good deal, relatively speaking. It's an interesting feature to add. The next section in the settings is all about showing multi-time frame highs and lows. Here, we have the options to not only display the previous day's high and low, but also to enable Monday's highs and lows, as well as weekly, monthly, and even quarterly levels. These levels are crucial for trading because they help identify key support and resistance areas. If you're, for example, really into technical analysis, marking out your weekly and monthly supports and resistances, and adding Fibonacci levels like golden pockets while looking for confluence zones for potential setups, these highs and lows levels can give you even more important levels automatically on your chart. Next here we have a section called General Styling. This is kind of internally labeling things. I can make them tiny, small, or normal. If you want to, you can increase the size of labels and whatnot, which doesn't seem to be a big deal for me. But again, if you're looking at things and you're like, hey, I can't see stuff, maybe that's something that's a good idea to change. This is where we get down to some alerts. You can have a bullish order block, bullish imbalance, bearish imbalance, etc., and have these alert you. Liquidity concepts alert, uptrend line break, downtrend line break, detected pattern. These are things that I might want to add to my chart so that I can be alerted of certain things that are happening on a given stock or chart. This way, I can check in or look away and then come back and check back in. Bullish grab, bearish grab, and there are more custom alerts that you can create inside of here. It goes deeper and deeper, you can change the sessions and all that stuff so you can see how detailed this gets. In a nutshell, that is what price action concepts is. It's a lot. Now let's dive into the premium version of LuxAlgo. This is the next level, folks. With the premium plan, you get everything in the essential plan plus so much more. The signals and overlays toolkit, the oscillator matrix toolkit, and exclusive community access with scanners and bots. I'm jumping in, hiding the price action concepts, and heading straight to signals and overlays. Boom! Just like that, you're seeing potential buy-sell alerts. This feature is a game changer, sure to get your heart racing. After all, isn't that what we all want? A tool that tells us when to buy or sell so we can just sit back and watch the profits roll in. But let's be real, it's not that easy. I wish it were, but trading requires more than just signals. Nonetheless, with LuxAlgo's premium features, you're getting as close as it gets to having that edge. Let me share what I personally like about the signals and overlays. There's a lot to explore, but I'll focus on my favorites. First, the basic settings, starting with presets and filters. They're like ready-made strategies you can easily dive into on LuxAlgo's site. What I find particularly appealing is the contrarian aspect for an investing style. If you're a contrarian trader, this means you might look at Bitcoin right now and think, hey, maybe it's time to sell or go short. These presets are fascinating and provide a solid starting point. Of course, you'll probably want to customize them or explore further to really make them work for you. But for now, it's a great place to begin your trading journey. Let's explore the signal mode features. We'll start by disabling the presets and filters. Here in signal mode, we have two options, confirmation and exits or contrarian plus exits. Let's switch to the contrarian setting. Now you can see it's designed to buy on dips and sell on rips. Next, there's the AI signal classifier, which offers a deeper interpretation of signals by using an adaptive threshold classifier. It automatically classifies both confirmation and contrarian signals with a strength range from 1 to 4, displayed directly on the signal labels. This classification provides more insight than the base layer, which differentiates normal versus strong trends. For confirmation signals, lower numbers like 1 and 2 suggest potential reversals or retracements, while higher numbers like 3 and 4 indicate trend continuation. For contrarian signals, lower numbers point to early trends with lower reversal chances, and higher numbers signify developed trends with higher reversal chances. Then we have signal sensitivity, which can be adjusted depending on your trading style. If you're more of a swing trader, you might prefer higher values for longer-term trends. Lower values are better for shorter-term trends. Let's try the scalper preset. When I click on it, you'll notice a lot of activity. By adjusting the sensitivity to 30, you get fewer signals. Lowering it to 10 increases the number of signals. It really depends on your preference and trading style. It's something you'll want to backtest and tweak yourself. Personally, I find a setting around 23 works best for me, but as I'm quite lazy, I prefer to use autopilot sensitivity. Let's uncheck everything except for the confirmation signals and the smart trail, so it's kind of at its default settings. And let's set the autopilot sensitivity to midterm and pull up the gold chart. So if you're looking at this, a few things are popping up. Would it have worked very well? Let's see. It would be telling you to buy here and sell here and sell here. It seems to be just buying dips and selling rips while gold oscillates up and down, doing its own thing. So basically this is really simple. We can of course trade based on those buy and sell signals. We can use the smart trail, which is this blue and red cloud right here and here, and use the exit signals for profit taking, or for example close half of our position at the exit signals, set our stop loss break even, and let the rest of the position run for more profits. But I personally would only recommend that when using either higher time frames or when using autopilot sensitivity set to long term. Alright, let's see some more overlays. Some of the ones that I like include the reversal zone indicator. This one's interesting. It's like a big cloud that shows you overbought or oversold zones, similar to looking at the RSI. So basically it shows you, like the name's already suggesting, zones where the price, when it reaches this zone, it potentially will bounce off of this zone, or potentially it will get rejected. We can see some good examples here, here, and here. Next, I really like to use the smart trail and the trend tracer. Let's go one at a time. The smart trail is kind of like a moving average. When we're trending up, it shows blue underneath. When trending down, it shows red. If we break back above the red or below the blue, that's a reversal opportunity. I often use it for my trailing stop loss. Or if I am trading lower time frames, I like to wait for the price to pull back into the smart trail and bounce off of it. And then I like to use that as an entry signal. This is especially valuable when the price is in a strong trend. Then there's the trend tracer. Let's get rid of smart trail and go to trend tracer. When we have blue, we're in an uptrend, and if we break below that on a daily or weekly candle and close below it, that's an indication to go short. Another overlay you could use is the trend catcher, so you see it keeps getting better. It shows faster paced entry and exit points. I like this indicator. It's a momentum indicator that helps identify when to look for longs and avoid shorts. Finally, let's take a look at the Neo cloud. It's quite similar to the Ichimoku cloud. While I wouldn't recommend trading based solely on it, the Neo cloud is incredibly useful as an additional tool for identifying potential trade entries. It's also excellent for determining optimal stop loss levels, adding another layer of confidence to your trading decisions. Alright, let's dive into this section on take profit and stop loss levels. This feature is one of the latest updates within the signals and overlays, and it's incredibly useful. First, we have a drop-down menu where you can choose how to calculate the stop loss and take profit levels based on either signals or any overlay, like Smart Trail or Trend Catcher. I'll go with signals since they're currently enabled on our chart. Next, we can adjust the distance for these levels. If you're a scalper, I'd recommend decreasing this value to around 3 for tighter stop loss and profit levels. For swing traders, a value of 8 would be more appropriate. Now, looking at our chart, the levels are based on the confirmation signals. The most recent signal is a strong buy. If you had entered a buy trade right after the candle closed, you'd set your stop loss here. At the first take profit level, you could close half of your position, achieving a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio. For the second take profit level, you'd aim for the upper take profit level, giving you a 1-to-2 risk-reward ratio. This tool is very helpful for beginner traders. If you're interested, I've showcased strategies using this function in previous videos. Be sure to check them out. Advanced settings get deeper into customization. If you've enabled the AI signal classifier, you can choose here which of these signals you want to get displayed, like for example 1, 2, 3, and 4, or just higher numbers like 3 and 4. Alert functions are available too, with custom alert creation similar to the last indicator. One thing I forgot to mention are the X's you can spot on the chart, like this blue one here or this orange one there. These are exit signals, which you can use for profit taking. Blue exit signals are for buy trades, while orange exit signals are for sell trades. The appearance of these exit signals is based on the buy and sell signals, as well as the signal sensitivity you've set up. And if we go to the Style tab, same as for other LuxAlgo indicators, you can change the colors of literally everything that's available within signals and overlays. For example, change the colors for the buy and sell signals, or change the colors for every indicator overlay we previously talked about. Let's enable the trend tracer again, and let's say I don't like the colors and the lines, so I can open the Style tab, scroll down, and let's say I want the trend tracer to be yellow and purple, so I can change that, and I want to increase its thickness. I can do that right here. And I want to see crosses instead of a line, so I can change the type by clicking this box right here. There you have it. This is a lot of information about the LuxAlgo indicators and how to use them. Each trader can customize these tools to fit their own strategy and preferences. Now let's dive into the heart of the oscillator matrix, which is part of the premium subscription. Let's go through each component step by step. So, let's start by heading over to the settings and disabling everything except for the money flow section. Maybe it's a good idea to change the colors of the threshold lines right here. Now heading to the Style tab, let's make the threshold lines thicker to increase their visibility. And also let's change the colors of the overflow into blue and purple. Alright, what you'll see remaining on the chart is the smart money flow. This category is key and contains 3 distinct components. So, you can imagine these green and red waves as the heartbeat of the market, signaling when money is flowing in or out. The basic premise here is straightforward yet powerful. Green waves indicate money pouring into the market, while red waves show money steadily flowing out. I'd recommend you to start your analysis with this fundamental piece: understanding the money flow. Recognizing significant inflows or outflows of money gives you a solid foundation. The next components of the indicator build on this by helping us catch reversals or predict upcoming trends. My favorite feature here is the thresholds. These lines highlight where substantial money would be entering or exiting if the money flow approaches them. When the money flow is significantly far from these thresholds, it indicates that the market is likely ranging, but when the money flow interacts with the threshold, repeatedly touching and rebounding from it, it signals significant buying or selling pressure. Observing this interaction before a large upwards or downward impulse gives us a valuable heads up about a high probability of such a move. And this blue part right here is called overflow, and it's indicating an influx of excess buyers entering the market. For trading with this overflow, you would want to monitor for its discontinuation. When this overflow stops, as it did right here for example, it signals that the buyers have likely exhausted their momentum. At this point, you should be cautious about expecting any further upward impulses unless there are clear indications on the money flow suggesting otherwise. It's as if the market needs a moment to reset or a significant reversal is imminent. This is the fundamental way to interpret the smart money flow category. Now let's head back into the settings and enable the Hyperwave oscillator along with its real-time divergences. This addition will enhance our ability to analyze price action. With the Hyperwave oscillator enabled, you'll notice the green and red ribbon on the chart, along with real-time divergence lines appearing in blue for bullish and red for bearish divergences. This oscillator is designed to display market momentum, making it invaluable for spotting potential upcoming impulse moves and trends. Combining this oscillator with our earlier analysis of the smart money flow category creates a powerful tool. This synergy is exactly what this indicator is designed to achieve, giving us a robust framework for analyzing and predicting market movements. Alright, let me draw a horizontal line right here in the middle. When the oscillator is moving below the 50 level, and especially when it's dipping below the 20 level, we can expect bearish price action, similar to what we see here. If the oscillator holds in this lower region, it signals a bearish trend. On the flip side, for bullish trends, we want to look for the oscillator to hold above the 50 level. When the Hyperwave oscillator stays in this upper region, it's likely that bullish impulses will follow. Okay, now let's delve into the reversal signals. But first, let me disable everything else so we can focus on the reversal signals only. You can use the reversal signals in combination with the money flow and divergences we discussed previously, or use them as an additional confluence when trading based on the price action concepts indicator or the signals and overlays indicator. Basically, the arrows which you can spot here and here are stronger signals while the dots are less stronger signals. And opening the input section again, we can adjust the reversal factor based on our needs. Higher values will give us less signals, but they will use longer-term trends, and on the opposite, lower values will give us more signals using shorter-term trends. So, that's the general process of utilizing all the components in this indicator to interpret reversal signals and identify potential trends. Now let's talk about the bars on the top and bottom of the oscillator. These bars are designed to simplify our analysis by combining multiple features into straightforward indications. A bright red bar signals a likely downtrend, while a bright green bar signals a likely uptrend. These are known as confluence zones, which you can enable within the confluence section of the indicator. Now let's check another very powerful tool, the confluence meter. You can imagine it as a dashboard that simplifies everything for us. This handy tool quantifies the alignment between various indications provided by the oscillator. It takes into account several elements: the trend indicated by the hyperwave relative to its signal line, the trend indicated by the hyperwave itself, the money flow trend, overflow conditions, and divergences. When the confluence meter shows a higher measurement, It suggests a significant bullish confluence, meaning most elements point to a bullish trend. Conversely, a lower measurement indicates a significant bearish confluence. By using the confluence meter, we can quickly gauge the overall market sentiment and make more informed decisions based on the combined strength of multiple indicators. Alright guys, that's it for the oscillator matrix. If you want to dive deeper into it, I've made a full walkthrough video where I explain everything in detail and show how to use it in combination with price action. What do you get on the ultimate? You get all of the stuff we've talked about in this video, plus they added 3 backtesting system strategy scripts. So, if you want to backtest a strategy on TradingView, you can do that. If you go to TradingView, down towards the bottom of your screen, it'll come up under Strategy Tester. You can load the strategy, load your own strategy, load different strategies, and have that backtested over time, which is pretty cool. I think it's a great tool for more advanced traders or investors, especially if you're into the details of all that stuff. So within Discord, I am actually scrolling through a channel which is called Share Backtests. So you can see there are thousands and thousands of people sharing their backtested strategies, which is really cool. And a lot of these guys are sharing their backtested strategies. So I clicked some of the links and opened up their charts. I can literally copy them directly into my TradingView. Check the settings. Maybe I want to adjust some of the settings, but I don't have to. And without putting hundreds of hours into learning a strategy and hoping that it works, I have a strategy with a 58% win rate tested with almost 1,000 trades after just clicking one link within the Discord community. I mean, come on, where else would you be able to get something profitable on the long run in such an easy way? This one's for Bitcoin, so let's check the next one. So this one's for the gold chart on a 15 minutes time frame with a 76% win rate after 100 trades. And the next one's on Aptos on a 2 hours with a win rate of almost 80% after 58 trades. As a beginner trader, you might want to start with the essential plan and begin with paper trading. This allows you to practice without any financial risk. However, if you're ready to dive into real-time trading with real money, the ultimate plan could be the right choice for you as it grants access to highly valuable, tested strategies that have proven to work. To recap, we covered almost everything from the essential plan, the premium, and the ultimate plan, and I hope you found it helpful. Using my link, you can save up to 20% with monthly payment and up to 50% using annual payment. It's an affiliate link, so it supports the channel, but there's no obligation to buy. If you find value in it, great. If not, that's okay too. Ultimately, trading is about figuring out what works for you, not just following what works for someone else. If you want to learn my best strategies for trading crypto, forex, and stocks, make sure to check out one of these videos.